Welcome to Behind Bars with Tommy. Today, we've got one of my really dear friends, Carissa. She's a bartender and manager. She works at one of the most exclusive golf courses in our town, which is really a cool town. Um, so, we're just going to ask her a few questions about her journey and listen to some of her stories today. So, Carissa, what got you into the craft?
Well, funny you should ask that. Um, I decided that I needed a better skill set than just being a one-trick pony. So one day, a opportunity arose that I could actually be a bartender for a day, and I thought, well, I've seen them do it on TV, and I've seen a couple people do it that I know, and I thought, I'll see if I can fill some big shoes here. So I stepped in one night and I did it, and I learned a lot. Knew what I found out what I didn't know, and decided that I wanted to try to know it. So just happened by chance and increased my skill set.
Oh, that's awesome. I remember when you were just a lonely little waitress
Yes,
when you were probably still in high school,
yes,
maybe.
yes.
But yeah, I would never imagine. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on my cast because I know how passionate you are about it and how much of a perfectionist you are about it, and you really make me proud. You really do.
Yeah.
How many years do you think you've been in the industry?
Um, I've been in the industry for 32 years, and I would say behind the bar, probably for about 10 years of that now.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I did about 20 some years as a server, and then the past 10 years or so, been behind the bar trying to learn as much as I can,
Oh,
and absorb everything that I can from all the people who were there before me. So,
yeah, and you're
yep.
doing a great job. I love
So,
the inventions and the cocktails that you come up with for the golf course. It's awesome. So what particular kind of bars have you mainly bartended in?
hmm Um, I have worked at what you call the fast-paced type bars. I was in the casino for a very short time, which is more burn and turn, just pump out cocktails, not so much conversation back and forth. Been fortunate to be at the golf course restaurants, which there's been a little more conversating between guests sitting at the bar and then golfers trying to just get a drink and get back out on the course. And in the wintertime, when the golf course is shut down, I have the privilege of going over to West Baden
Hmm.
a couple times, and then I've also had the privilege of getting behind the bar with you there at 1875.
Yeah.
And I must say that you are quite the decorative, crafty cocktail that I have ever met. You can make dry paint look pretty. So,
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
but yeah, it's
much.
definitely all the different kinds of bars have different type of atmospheres to learn a different skill in. So, just
Yeah.
fine dining and fast pace, all that good stuff. So,
Yeah, I'm really fortunate that I get to work in an atmosphere where I get to be creative as much as I do, and I that's my passion. So, do you have a favorite cocktail that you enjoy making?
I do. It is called the Birdie or Bust. It is the cocktail that we will be making for you today. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it. And what the fun part about it is for me is that it's a flat cocktail. It doesn't have the bubbly tonic, the soda, or the Sprite to it, although you could if you wanted to. But this drink is meant to be flat so that it doesn't give you too much carbonation in your
Okay.
tummy to cause the cause the burping that some of us don't really want all
Oh
the time. So
yeah, yeah. Nobody needs to be burping.
no,
So
no.
how would you like to walk me through that today?
Okay, well, we're going to start with our first ingredient, which is ice. It's always good for a hot summer day. We need a lot of ice in here. All right.
Yeah, my ice is a little big today.
No,
Sorry.
it's going to melt. That's right. We're going to get some of this. All right, so we're going to start with tequila, and we're going to go an ounce and a half of tequila in our drink here.
And folks, I don't usually do a lot of tequila drinks because it's really hard to mix with. And I think that Carissa's got a really thing going here, really good thing with the watermelon. It's this is
And
so exciting.
yeah, have our watermelon puree. We're going to an ounce and 2 ounces of watermelon puree, excuse me. I know that some bars don't like to measure things, but in my years' experience, I have learned that measuring will provide consistent flavor from bartender to bartender. So if you go in
Yeah.
today and I make your drink, and go in tomorrow and someone else makes your drink, it should be consistent in flavor, which I've also learned from the best. So All right.
Well, you
I'm
know,
sorry. Pineapple juice. My apologies. Pineapple juice. Ounce and a half of pineapple juice, and then we're going to fill the rest of our drink with some water. As I said, it's a flat drink, and it becomes layered this way.
and yeah, if you can see, folks, look how pretty that is. It's just perfectly layered. It's amazing the consistency of the syrup versus the juice versus the water. I
Mhm.
love the science of that.
Right. Gonna
Oh, our beautiful garnish. There we
my
go.
little buddy, and then every drink must have a little swizzle.
Everybody needs a swizzle in their
There we
life.
go. It's just a little puppy dog here.
He's so
Okay,
cute.
little Snoopy there.
Wonderful, folks. So, you mind if I have a drink?
Oh, please do so. Please
First, I
indulge.
want everybody to get a really good look at how beautiful this drink is and see the different layers that we're talking about. Now, I am going to mix it together so I can taste all of the flavors, and that's what our little Swizzle, Snoopy Snizzle. Let's do a little
Swizzle,
Snoopy Sizzle.
swizzle one. Be quiet.
Mm. So yeah, so you get the first taste you get is the smokiness of the tequila, and then the sweetness of the pineapple, and then that watermelon just lingers on your tongue, and it just kind of stays as a nice finish. And I mean, you could get in some big time trouble with this. I'm telling you, folks.
I
Would
think
you like to have a little
I'm
sip
gonna
of
take
your
a sip. It's
deliciousness?
definitely. Yep.
Yeah. So
Layered drink and layers of flavors in that.
ah,
So
thank you so much, Carissa. I appreciate that so much.
yes, ma'am.
So if you have a favorite cocktail,
Hmm.
what is your least favorite cocktail? And please don't say Miami Vice.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure. As it's probably on the list, but so given where I'm currently at, speed is where we do a lot of our business.
Yeah.
They're very so time consuming drinks are my least favorite right now.
Okay.
So my least favorite would be a Long Island. I know they're delicious and I know they are wonderful, but they are very time consuming to make because you have the five liquors, you've got the
Right.
this, and so those are my least favorite are the time consuming drinks. Now this one seems like it's got four ingredients, but it's pretty quick whenever you get to rolling. I know I love to drink them, but Long Island sometimes are a little too for the time consuming, the quickness that I need right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
But Long Island's are right up there on my list too, with lemon drops and the dreaded Miami Vice.
yes. To the understatement.
So how have you seen the culture of bartending change in the many years that you've been in the industry?
Mhm. I think with where we are located here in Indiana, a lot of bourbon has resurfaced,
Yeah.
and with that, just sometimes just bourbon on the rock, the big bourbon rock.
Yeah, the big
People
rock.
are sitting and sipping. I can remember when I first started at the resort. I don't remember ever a lot of bourbon on the rocks. I mean, I was just remember just like cocktails
Yeah.
mixed and stuff. So I think there's like a resurgence of bourbon here in the last 15 years or so. It's been kind of since I've been behind the bar there, where it's just been a resurgence of that. And then the crafty cocktails where there are smoked
Yeah.
cocktails and just the prettiness of it.
Yeah.
Which I think that's a you see it first with your eyes and you
Absolutely.
kind of get it in your mind what it's going to taste like before you actually taste it. So I think it's kind of when you're going to buy a car, you notice the flashy one
Yeah.
first before you notice something else. So
Absolutely.
I think the beauty of everything kind of makes it go.
I had a veteran bartender one time tell me that you taste with your eyes 1st
Mm-hmm.
and then your mouth and
I
then
believe
your
that.
and you know and I believe that totally too. That's why I am the garnish queen and I challenge anybody in the world.
Absolutely. No, if you see one of your chocolate martinis walk past the table, I can guarantee you're going to sell 8, 9, 10 more of them things before the end of the night. Now, the Bloody Mary, of course, that's got a face on it. That one's going to, like, the visual absolutely will sell drinks.
Right.
So
It really does, and sometimes it's a blessing and a curse because when you're really busy and everybody expects that
yes.
particular drink to come out beautiful,
Yes.
and
Yes.
sometimes you've got 6 drinks going at once, and oh man, another
Yes.
Bloody Mary. You guys hate me.
No, right. You get mad at yourself for creating such a drink.
Oh yeah.
But the experience that you're providing each guest individual of themselves.
True.
Like that table doesn't know that table, but they want that same, and you never know
Yeah.
what people are going to celebrate. but you're creating a memory for someone.
Right.
Remember when we went to this place and we got that
Yeah.
cocktail? Like you're
Oh, and they
creating.
take pictures. Everybody takes
Yes.
pictures. And now that is the best advertising in the
Yes.
world is, the pictures that the guests will share. And one day
Mm-hmm.
I would really love to have all my guests like send their pictures of
Mm-hmm.
the Bloody Mary in, and I'd like to put it in a book,
Mm-hmm.
and just be like,
Yep.
because they all are different.
Yeah.
So what is like your best night or behind the bar or day
Mm-hmm.
behind the bar?
Um, I love when people come back and order a second drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really good compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can everywhere you go, a simple gin and tonic I feel will be a simple gin and tonic, but once you start getting layers and
Yeah.
drinks, that's where your flavors mix. And then when someone comes back and orders a second drink, I think
Yeah.
that's a big. And so the days, the nights when people come back, may I have another one of those? That just
Right.
really hits home because you work hard for your money, as do I, as everyone else does.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend your money on something that's not going to satisfy you
Right.
or taste good, but to sit and spend your money on a second drink or further that,
Yeah.
that's always the best nights, or
It-
when multiples.
yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. So, do you have a really like crazy worst experience behind the bar?
Um, you know, um, not with guests, but more so bartenders. Not recently, because I work with very wonderful people,
Right.
but in the past, just messy bartenders.
Oh, yeah.
People who leave messes and don't put things back where they go.
It's so
A
aggravating.
lot of our job, I feel, is muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've got your rail and certain things are in a certain order, you're very quick, you're very efficient, you're very good at what you
Yeah.
do. And when someone either doesn't understand that or doesn't respect it, it slows you down.
Yeah.
It causes just some hesitation in the flow. So those are the nights that I don't like, is when either you get someone who doesn't understand or respect
Mm-hmm.
that and causes it more work for you. As far as guests nights, just when they start piling up
No, yeah.
two at a time and they get a little impatient.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not my favorite nights right
Yeah.
there. The little impatient, or they start tapping or
Oh
wiggling
no.
money at you.
That's not gonna work for me.
Yeah, those are my worst nights. I can't
Yeah.
say there's one specific night that stands out, but just those things that kind of.
So do you have a crazy memory of something like completely crazy that's happened to you? I'm sure that you've seen your share of crazy stuff at the golf course. People getting a
Mm-hmm.
little.
Yes, I've actually seen people have accidents at up there with nothing to drink just because they're so excited,
Oh my goodness.
and people who have had accidents because they just don't know when to let off the gas.
Oh yeah.
Find that some people just go to the bar to drink, or people drink not necessarily at a bar, wherever. People drink for different reasons.
Right.
And if your reason is to get hammered and sloshed and just hollow point out of a 45
Yeah.
right down the barrel of getting drunk, those are not the fun times at all.
Right.
So just people being irresponsible and
Mhm.
and not thinking that there's life after today.
Right.
They're just out. Okay, let's just go get. Those are my.
Let's go
crazy.
get plastered.
Yeah, they turning over golf carts and just being let's just say irresponsible in their adult behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the things that are not fun.
I can understand that. So this is kind of a three-part question. So what other than money have you gotten from working behind the bar, such as opportunities or perks or life
Mm-hmm.
lessons?
Mm-hmm. I believe that you can learn a lot about people from whatever reason they come in to drink.
Right.
And my original path in life led me to college,
Mm-hmm.
and my degree happened to be in psychology. And I feel like understanding people's behaviors, the reasons why, it has helped me understand people at a bar a
Yeah.
little bit more. How you talk to people, what you can read, as far as body language,
Yes.
and just the whole how they're coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that the life lessons have just come from paying attention to people whenever they come in.
Yeah.
And then as far as perks, just meeting wonderful people every single day that you just never know the walks of life you're going to come
Yes.
across, and never judge a book by its cover, because
Absolutely.
not everybody has to show their money in their outward appearance.
Right.
That you should just treat everyone exactly the same, because you never know where they're coming from,
Right.
and they don't know where you're coming from.
Absolutely.
So you want to put your best self forward and just welcome everybody, because money doesn't have a discrimination as far as it spends. And if you've got $1 to spend, then we're gonna absolutely make sure you get the best buck for your bang for your buck
Yeah,
there.
perfect. I
So
love that
yeah,
answer. Do you see yourself working behind a bar in the next 5 years?
I do actually. While working behind a bar is a little taxing on the body, it's much different than waiting tables.
Yes.
Chasing after tables, carrying the dishes, and doing
Mm,
those. I've just older that I get, the smaller space that I have to work in works better for me.
yeah, me too.
You know, like I said, chasing after tables on a floor is
Right.
is not where my body can't really hang that them long. I mean, long shifts behind a bar are one thing, but chasing tables and carrying, yeah.
Absolutely. I
So
totally agree with that. Is there anything that you would tell a young person getting into the craft or choosing to get into the
mhm.
industry?
Have some patience with yourself, learning,
Mm-hmm.
and then have patience with the guests because they just want what they want and they want to come first. And but have patience with yourself, learning everything that there is. This isn't something that you can pick up overnight.
Right. Absolutely.
I think there are things you can learn every single day,
Mm-hmm.
and people come. You get people from all walks of life, all parts of the world, country, and whatnot. They may do something different in their area of the
Mm-hmm.
world, and when they come to you, you're not going to understand. But
Right.
if you just have conversation, did I make it wrong, or how are you wanting your drink? Then you can satisfy most anybody. If you do something wrong, just have patience with yourself. You'll
Yeah.
get it. You'll get it. Ask
Yeah.
questions. Ask questions. What does this mean? Or if you're not sure, just ask the guest. I'm not familiar with that. Could
Right.
you please just help me what you want so that you're satisfied with what I give you?
Right.
So just have some patience with your learning curve and patience with the guests. That
Yeah.
that takes a lot more patience with the guests sometimes.
Oh, you're
But
absolutely right there, and I love that answer because and I've touched on this with a different bartender that was new to the craft, and they were like, "Oh, well, when I work with this certain person, they give me a lot of grief when I ask questions
mm-hmm,
and stuff." And I feel like, if that person is so threatened by you that they would get upset
mm-hmm,
for you trying to learn your craft and
mm-hmm,
make yourself better at it, then that's kind of on them. I
mm-hmm,
mean, don't worry about those people. I mean, you got naysayers all over the place.
mm-hmm.
Just you don't look at the comments, folks. Don't look
Yeah,
at the comments.
yeah.
What is your favorite part about being a bartender?
Um, I love giving someone something that I'll say but we as a bartender, bartenders across the
Mm-hmm.
world, that you absolutely that you like. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna purposely, you're coming in there for a good drink and you want it, and I really love to see the smile on their faces
Me
and the
too.
just the wow, that is really good. That's just food to my soul right there.
Yeah.
Is when someone comes in and enjoys the cocktail, whether you create a recipe or just making something that's already known.
Yeah.
Is just providing a very good, flavorful cocktail or even a cold beer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't get really cold beer. It's a funny thing because like our beer set at 32.5, like the temperature, and man, this is a really cold beer. And I think to myself, well, where do you not get cold beer? But
Well, yeah.
but I believe that there are some places who perhaps either don't shut the doors properly or have the
Right.
temperature down
Mm-hmm.
properly. But anyway, just a cold beer can sometimes make someone feel better.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
but yeah,
Definitely. Let's see. Is there anything that you would go back and tell yourself before you started bartending? Like,
yeah, I would just say be prepared for a lot of opinions. People love to give opinions about things and just patience. Myself, I wish I would have had more patience with my own learning curve, and then just patience and just open mindedness to these people may not be from here. They may come from somewhere else.
yeah.
They may, and then just pay attention to how they say it.
Mm-hmm.
So twists, certain things that they specifically want. I didn't know that there were very minute details about a drink when someone orders it
Right.
that were going to be so important to the end result.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you say a twist or you want blue cheese olives versus regular
Right.
olives or no dry versus, something like that. Just pay attention to the details a
Right.
little more, be patient with my learning curve, and then be open to the criticisms of
Yeah.
well, it's got too much of this or that doesn't have enough alcohol. Well, but I'm so sorry, but this little guy keeps me employed.
Exactly.
In a sense, it really
Exactly.
does. So just
Oh,
the
can you top this off a little bit? It's not. No, I can't.
yeah,
I'll happily charge you for
I can do a
another
double,
shot,
can do a double.
but
Just
we're not just topping it off because my livelihood is worth more than your good time.
our livelihood's worth more than a half ounce extra that's going to get me in trouble. So
Absolutely. You
yeah,
are absolutely
yeah.
right. And
So
I've actually gotten in trouble for a quarter of an ounce
just
over.
tipping the bottle
Tipping
versus
the
yeah,
bottle.
yeah. No, it
And really, I got into serious trouble over it,
yeah.
and it was pretty scary for me. So thank you so much,
Oh yes, no,
Carissa,
the pleasure was all
for
mine.
being here and enjoying this time with me. And I want you to know I am one of your biggest fans. I have
No
been for
way.
years. This is an Alpha Bravo leader inside joke, but we've known each other for going on probably 20 years or more. So
At least, yeah.
I really appreciate you coming and hanging out on the back porch. Again, the reason that we're on the back porch is because we both work at the same place and they strictly forbid things like this there. But I hope they see this and know that I am spotlighting your bartenders for you. So thank you very
Number
much.
one right
And
there.
this one right here. Thank you very much. Behind Bars with Tommy. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I want to hear what you got to say, even if you don't like me. All right.
No, and give it a try.
Yeah, give this drink a try. Thank you very much.